The next morning, Pete and Ginny go to City Hall to finalize their divorce. Ginny arrives 3 hours late, wearing a beautiful white outfit with full makeup. She says Pete made her wait countless times, so this is nothing in comparison. The divorce process goes smoothly. When asked about splitting their assets, Ginny says she doesn't want the house or car since Pete paid the down payment and she doesn't drive. But Pete insists on splitting everything equally because Ginny has been paying the mortgage every month. As they leave City Hall, they notice a parking ticket on their car. They recalls how 3 years ago, they came here to register their marriage and thought it would be the last time they'd ever need to be there. At home, Pete brings up selling the house once they get the official paperwork, planning to split it equally. Ginny is surprised, not expecting Pete to give her a share. He explains it's compensation for their lost baby and the surgery Ginny had to endure. Ginny tells Pete she'll come back soon to pack her things and gets out. Emma and Kate have already waited for her outside, for a girls' trip to a hot spring. Ginny hasn't told them yet about the unexpected gift she received on her birthday, a divorce. Meanwhile, Ginny's mom visits Pete to drop off some food. Pete doesn't mention the divorce and acts as if everything is fine. Ginny's mom asks why she hasn't been able to reach Ginny since the night before. And Pete explains that Ginny broke her phone, assuring her that he'll buy her a new one soon. Ginny's mom then suggests that, as a birthday gift, they should put Ginny's name on the house paperwork and Pete agrees. At the hot spring, Kate and Emma ask Ginny about her birthday night, but she gives a vague answer. They shift the conversation to their own upcoming birthdays. Kate says she wants more stability. The other two are surprised. They ask how much more stable she could want, given how perfect her life seems. Kate confesses that her fancy house is mortgaged, her company runs on bank loans, and the firework business carries a lot of risks. Meanwhile, Emma is torn. She wants to stay in Shanghai and live her life freely, but she also considers moving to Hong Kong to be closer to Kevin. Kate advises Emma to understand Kevin better before making any big decisions, while Emma thinks it's worth trying, so she won't regret it later. As they chat, Kate and Emma laugh at how mature Ginny sounds, different from her usual self. That's when Ginny drops the bombshell: she got divorced that morning. Both are shocked at first but then encourage her, praising her for prioritizing her own happiness. That night, they celebrate the news by drinking and dancing in their hotel room. Ginny feels incredibly refreshed and free. The next morning, Kate wakes up to shocking news. James's close friend, who also owns a fireworks company, has been jailed after a factory accident killed 2 employees. Kate and James rush to their friend's house, only to find his devastated wife preparing to flee to Australia with their children to avoid getting involved. Before leaving, the wife hands them a bank card, asking them to look after her father-in-law when he returns from his holiday. Both Kate and James are deeply shaken by the news of their friend's arrest. They realize that they too could face a similar fate with their fireworks business at any moment. James finally understands why Kate has been so eager to expand her connections with the Elite Wives Group. It's part of her long-term plan to secure their future. Meanwhile, Ginny arrives at work to find a new phone on her desk. Confused about who sent it, a colleague informs her that she's received packages. Since her divorce and splitting the savings, Ginny has spent a lot of money shopping online, enjoying her newfound freedom. Her cheerful mood surprises Jack, who senses something unusual about her. At the same time, Pete goes to pick up Dave from the detention center. Dave asks where Ginny is and reveals that she was the one who paid for his bail and even went to the police station on her birthday. Pete, feeling guilty, doesn't tell Dave that he and Ginny are now divorced. Realizing this explains why she wasn't at work and why he couldn't pick her up as planned. Ginny wants to tell her mother the truth about the divorce, but when she arrives, she finds her mom playing mahjong with her old friends. Everyone praises Ginny for marrying such a good husband like Pete, and her mother proudly brags about him. Feeling pressured, Ginny holds back and doesn't share the news of her divorce. Meanwhile, Emma continues her long-distance relationship with Kevin. He visits her new place and is surprised to learn she has to use a local carpool service to get to work. Concerned, Kevin offers to rent her a new apartment closer to the city center, but Emma politely declines, wanting to maintain her independence. Emma and Ginny talk about Kevin. While Kevin cares for Emma, he avoids labeling their relationship. Emma respects this, but Ginny thinks it's unfair and believes Emma deserves more commitment. After the accident at James's friend's factory, Kate tightens safety measures at their fireworks plant to avoid similar risks. Ginny stays at her parents' house for a few days, but when her mom becomes suspicious, she looks for a new place. That evening, she runs into Jack, who tells her about a cabin cinema, where she ends up spending the night. The next day, Jack notices Ginny wearing the same clothes and grows suspicious. Kate takes James hiking to a tea hill to watch the clouds. She shares her wish for him to one day close the fireworks business and pursue his dream of becoming an artist. She hopes for a peaceful life once they've saved enough to pay off their debts. Touched, James promises to focus on safety and cancel any high-risk projects. Kate opens her tea shop and hosts quirky workshops for the elite wives group, like analyzing different bottled waters, which the ladies surprisingly enjoy. Emma becomes frustrated as Kevin tries to make up for his absence with gifts, which feels impersonal to her. At the same time, Ginny is having fun spoiling herself with her newly split savings, but she accidentally charges one of her purchases to Pete's credit card. When Pete points it out, Ginny assures him she'll pay him back. When he comments on her spending habits, she proudly tells him how freeing it is to be divorced, as now she can do whatever she wants without holding back. Emma accompanies Kevin to a bar lounge owned by the girlfriend of one of Kevin's friends. While hanging out with her, Emma realizes that the woman is actually the mistress of Kevin's married friend. Troubled by the situation, Emma questions the morality of it, but the woman shrugs it off, saying she's happy and wishes Emma good luck with Kevin. At work, Ginny receives an urgent call from her mother. Her father has had a heart attack. Jack offers to take her to the hospital on his motorbike. Fortunately, Ginny's father quickly stabilizes, but Pete also arrives at the hospital after being called by Ginny's mother. Given her father's condition, Ginny and Pete decide to keep their divorce a secret for the time being. Meanwhile, Kevin gifts Emma a car to make her commute easier. While Emma is grateful, she sees this as the perfect opportunity to ask Kevin to define their relationship. Instead of giving a clear answer, Kevin dodges the question and gaslights her, telling her to just accept the gift. Ginny asks Emma for advice on finding a long-term rental, as staying in hotels isn't sustainable. Despite her efforts, she struggles to find a place that feels right. Kate suggests that Ginny move back home temporarily, and though hesitant at first, Ginny agrees. However, she creates a detailed set of rules and boundaries for her and Pete to follow while living under the same roof. Basically for her and Pete to avoid contact and stay out of each other's business.